Hi, my name is Rachel Torres. This is Flow on Yoga, and we are going to go through a short, dynamic, means lots of motion, chair yoga practice. So unlike my last chair yoga practice, this one's going to involve a lot of standing up and using your chair as a way to bring the ground up closer to you rather than staying seated in the chair. So if you don't want to use a chair, pretty much everything we're going to do in this chair yoga practice can be done without the chair. So the chair is optional. It is there as a tool if you need it, but feel free to just completely ignore it. I forgot to take my shoes off, so let me take my shoes off real quick while you go and find yourself a comfy seated position. I'm going to start seated in our chair, but you can start seated on the ground if you want. And let's get ready to do this. I know I've been gone for a while from doing videos, so thank you for bearing with me. And I'm glad to be back, and I hope you enjoy this video and it's helpful to you. So what we're going to do is we're going to start out just here seated in our chair. We're going to take a couple moments to just bring our awareness inward and just kind of do a quick little check-in with our body as about how we're feeling today, how our mind's feeling, how our body's feeling. And then after you've done that little check-in with yourself and seeing how you're feeling today and kind of acknowledging where you're at on your mat today, let's start to bring our attention to our breath. We're going to do inhales and exhales through our nose. Try to make those inhales and exhales deeper and fuller. Fully inhaling and then fully exhaling. That audible ujjayi ocean breath. Inviting you to close your eyes if you want to. In our next inhale, we're going to bring our arms up above our head. Maybe give a little high five to the tree. We're going to exhale down through heart center. We're going to do that again. Inhale up. Exhaling, hands through heart center. One more time. Inhaling up. Exhaling, hands through heart center. Now we're going to do a little variation on that. Basically what we're going to be doing is a seated cat-cow. And again, you can be seated in your chair. You can even be doing this standing, or you could be seated on the ground on your mat. Totally your choice. So what we're going to do is from this heart center position, we're going to lift our hands up. We're going to interlace our fingertips, and we're really going to feel our shoulder blades coming together, and we're going to be lifting our chest. Now on your exhale, leaving your your fingers intertwined, we're going to bring our hands down in front of us, tucking our chin to our chest and feeling our shoulder blades moving apart. And then inhale, lift, exhale, a little tuck. Basically what we're doing is a seated cat-cow. Inhaling, shoulder blades coming closer together, chest opening, maybe gaze is lifting. Exhaling, feeling those shoulder blades come apart, chin to chest. I'm going to do that one more round. Inhale and exhale. And now, if you're going to be using your chair, you want to set your chair in front of you just like mine is right now. If you're not using your chair, just set up at the top of your mat like normal. And we're going to do one more inhale, lift. And then we're going to exhale, forward fold, using that chair to prop your arms on. I'm just hanging out here for a minute in this forward fold. Again, if you want to ignore the chair, you can be coming all the way down. Totally your choice. Next inhale, we're going to flat back. And then exhale, folding down. We're going to be on our forearms for right now. What we're going to do on your inhale is we're going to step it back to a plank. Then we're going to transition to our hands. Exhale, lift your hips back into down dog. Inhale, forward into a plank. Maybe doing a little bit of a cobra position here. Exhale back to your plank. Inhale, step it forward to that flat back. Exhale, fold it down, maybe resting your head onto your chair, or maybe not. Then on our inhale, maybe using the chair to assist us, we're going to slowly rise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, step it back to our down dog. Exhale, forward. And back to your down dog. Inhale, step it up to a halfway lift. Exhale, fold it down. And on your inhale, again, maybe using your chair to assist you. Rise it up. Exhale, hands through heart center. Now, we're going to do another round. It's going to be pretty similar, but what we're going to do this time, if you're using a chair, we're going to turn our chair like this. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be using this chair, and actually I'm going to move it back a little bit because we're going to need some room in front of the chair too. So you may just want to forget about your mat for this, because if you're worried about your chair tearing up your mat, just don't do this, do it straight on the floor. So what we're going to do is we're going to use this chair to assist us through some warrior postures. So starting right here, maybe using this to hold on to if you need it. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Really finding some extension through your back and your head's pressing forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, step it back to a plank. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, back to a plank. Exhale, maybe flipping your feet into this cobra. Exhale, back to down dog, and inhale. Now this is not going to be the smoothest transition because we are going to have to get ourselves up on this chair, but we're going to take our right leg forward over our chair, and we're kind of setting up in a high lunge, can't really get into a warrior one with your chair. So we're going to start from a high lunge here. So this heel, your back heel will be lifted, front foot planted on the ground. We're going to lift our arms just like this. Then on your next exhale, we're going to flip your back foot, maybe adjusting a little bit so you can get it flat. Hips now square towards the long edge of your mat, reaching your hands out, really trying to press down through both of your feet and look over the front middle finger into our warrior two, using this chair to assist us. Again, the chair is not something you have to use. If you don't want it, don't need it, just be in a warrior two. The chair is totally optional. It's there as a tool that you can use if you need it. On our next inhale, we're going to flip the palm, reach forward, exhale, reverse it back. Left hand comes down left leg. Maybe gaze is up towards the raised arm. Maybe not if that doesn't feel good on your neck. And then exhale, back to your warrior two. And then we're going to flip it around, back up into this high lunge position. And then we're going to exhale over that front foot. Maybe using the chair to assist you here. Maybe you're here trying to keep some length through your spine. Or maybe we fold it forward to the ground. Totally your choice. And then from here, what we're going to do is we're going to transition through, just like this, into a wide-legged fold. Maybe your hands are here on the ground, or maybe they're up here. It's okay with a lot of bend in your knees, or maybe they're out a little more. My hips are very tight, so mine don't go out much more than this with this chair here. Find some length in your back, and then wherever your hands are, whether they're on your chair or on the ground, and try to find a little bit of a fold. And on your next exhale, we're going to begin walking our hands towards our left leg. And you're probably going to have to transition a little bit because we want to get this chair kind of right up in behind our knee. And now we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So lifting up into that high lunge. Our right leg is back this time. I'm actually going to move it forward because I'm worried that I might be off camera. So ignore me while I look a little goofy for a second. Right up here into our high lunge. Exhale. Pivot your foot, square your hips towards the long edge of your mat. Gazes over the front fingertips in this warrior two. Really trying to press your feet down into the ground. Your back foot is pressing and your front foot is pressing. Even with this chair here to assist you, still try to actively engage through your feet and legs. And then on our next inhale, we're going to begin to reach forward with our palm up, and then exhale. Right arm comes down right leg. Feel that expansion through the left side of your body, creating space between your ribs. Take a moment here in this reverse warrior to check in with your breath. Should be deep and flowing and steady. In through your nose, out through your nose. On your next exhale, we're going to transition back into that warrior two. Then we're going to flip, rotate our back foot back up in this high lunge. And then on an exhale, hinge forward, keeping your back, your spine long. Maybe you stay right here, or maybe you work your way towards the ground. Totally your choice. Trying to get a lot of links in your spine, and once you've kind of hit that limit, maybe then releasing the head and neck. And then on your next exhale, we're going to begin to transition to the center again. We're kind of going to do an assisted goddess squat here. So using your chair, we're going to sit up just like this. We'll bring our hands up like this. And then if you want, you can stay right here, or if you want a little bit more, what we can do is on our inhale, we're going to stand up. And on our exhale, we're going to sit back down. Inhale, stand. Exhale, sit. And of course, if you're not using a chair, this is a exhale squat, inhale, stand. We'll do one more of those. And exhale. Now, using your hands to assist you, we're going to straighten out our feet. There is a plane going by. Hopefully it's not too loud with this mic. And now we're going to adjust our chair here to where we can use the back of our chair. So I'm going to put our chair just like this, kind of square off here, almost like we're at like a ballerina bar. We're in a bar class. What we're going to do is we're going to inhale and exhale using our chair to assist us, or not. Just going to sit it back into a chair. Using the back of our chair to assist us sitting into our imaginary chair. Inhale, rise. Exhale, sit. Inhale, rise. Exhale, sit. Inhale, rise. And now we're going to do something a little different. We're going to bring our weight into our left leg. And this is, from here, totally your choice on whether you want to try this or not. We're going to come light in our right toes. And on an exhale, if you want, using your chair to assist you, just going to kind of lean forward and lift that right leg up into a warrior three. Just like this. Now, if you want, you can stay right here, or if the back of your chair is not too tall, maybe you want to plant your right hand and do a little bit of an open here into a half moon. Or maybe we stay right here in our warrior three. And trying to keep our head, our back, and our leg all in one straight line. It's better that we're here and in a straight line than we're up like this and not in a straight line. And on an exhale, we're going to bring that right leg up. And then exhale, set it down. So we're going to do the same thing on the other side now. We're going to plant our right foot, become light in our left toes. And on your next exhale, lean forward from the hips, extending that left leg. And the extension, that reaching forward through the crown of your head, lengthening in your spine. And again, maybe right here is your warrior three today. It's better to have this lovely straight line from the top of your head all the way down to the tips of your toes. That's what we're going for. Maybe if you want to try that on this side, plant our left hand and open a little bit if that's accessible to you. That's just an option you can play with. And on your next exhale, we're going to bring our left knee up. And with control, set it down. All right, so we're going to move through one more time, and then we're going to call it a day. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to start right here. Inhale, up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, step back to a plank. Exhale, lift your hips. Inhale, plank. Into your your cobra. Exhale it back up to your down dog. And then we're going to step our right leg forward. Again, this isn't going to look too pretty with the chair, but that's okay. Inhale it up into your high lunge. Exhale it out into your warrior two. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, reverse. Inhale, back to that warrior two. Exhale, pivoting that back foot. Extension through your spine, folding. On your next inhale, we're just going to walk it through. Again, adjusting your legs as you need them to make your left leg here. And then inhaling up into our high lunge with our left leg forward. Exhale, rotating it out into our warrior two. Inhale, tip forward. Exhale, reverse. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, pivot that back foot, leaning over. Inhaling around to the middle. Inhale, stand. Exhale, sit. Inhale, stand. Exhale, sit. One more time. Inhale, stand. Exhale, sit. And bring it down. Find a comfy seated position wherever you are. Take a second to roll out your neck, your shoulders, maybe your hips. And then from here, if you have the time, we're going to move into a Shavasana. You can either stay seated here in your chair as your Shavasana today. You can just lay down on your mat, or, and I've shown this before in my other chair yoga practice, if this is accessible to you, we can do a variation using a chair of legs up the wall, where we get our bottom really close to this chair. Try to get the backs of our knees right up against the edge of the chair and lay down just like this. And this can feel really great on your low back. And if you have a wall and you try this on a wall, basically the same thing I'm doing now, except you have your legs up against the wall. And your hands can be on your belly or down by your sides. Just taking a moment here. We're going to take a big deep inhale together and side out through our mouths. And side out. 2 more times. Deep inhale through your nose. And sigh it out. Big deep inhale through your nose. And sigh it out. And here's the point in our practice that if you have the time, go ahead and hit pause on this video and maybe put on some music that you like or set a timer for about 8 to 10 minutes. Just take some time here in this Shavasana to just relax, let go, soften, and really just kind of absorb the benefits of your practice here in this resting posture. Of course, if you don't have time for that today, just go ahead and follow me now as we close out our practice. So from wherever you are, very mindfully, we're going to transition up into a seated position, and I can either be in the chair or on the ground, whatever works for you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my legs down to one side of my chair. I'm going to transition over to my left side for just a second, using my right hand, so my top hand planted on the ground to assist me. I'm going to come sit up. And we're going to do one last exercise together, putting your hands down beside you, or if you're in your chair, just kind of putting them at your sides. We begin to slowly either walk or just reach our hands back behind us. Feel this opening through our chest as our shoulder blades come closer together. Maybe lifting your gaze. Take a deep inhale here. And then exhale, release, bow it down. Put your head up, your hands at heart center. Thank you so much for joining me for this practice today. I hope you found it useful. I hope you have maybe found some new ways that you can use a chair as a tool to still do a very dynamic yoga practice. That a chair yoga practice doesn't have to be something where you're just sitting down and just doing some very restorative kind of movements, that you can really get a workout using this chair as a tool. And so I hope this was beneficial to you. If you have any questions, comments, suggestions, please leave them down in the comments. I'm always happy to read those. I love to incorporate feedback into my future practices. Thank you so much for joining me today. The light in me honors the light in each and every one of you. Namaste.